Hello everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. Okay, so the reading I'm going to do now is about Elijah Vu. He is a 3-year-old who is currently missing in Wisconsin, Twin Rivers, Manitouk. His mother is currently in jail. Charged. Her boyfriend is currently charged for child neglect. I just briefly read over the story, but what I think I know is that the mother sent Elijah over to the boyfriends for sort of like a boot camp to deal with bad behaviors. Mind you, this child is 3 years old. Oh, sorry for all the noise. Okay, I hope the noise stops. I live in an apartment. There's all kinds of noise. Dogs barking and banging and whatnot. Okay, back to Elijah. The boyfriend said that he took a nap. There was supposedly a lock on the door. When he woke up from the nap, after drinking, mind you, and taking a muscle relaxer, Elijah was gone. Oh man. So sorry. Okay. The story is the boyfriend used to make Elijah stand up for hours at a time. As punishment, he would have to pray. The boyfriend wouldn't change his diaper and then punish him when it was full. Like all kinds of child abuse. So that is what I know. So we'll go from there. Also, I would like to say that my feeling is that there's something to do with consumption. Either the boyfriend was not feeding him enough, or Elijah ate something he wasn't supposed to, whether that be drugs or poison or something like that. But we'll see what comes out in this reading and see if there's any information we can come up with. Firm foundation. The feeling that I get is that this is not the first time that Elijah has been put through this torture, I would call it. I feel like this has been going on for a long time. I just heard the mother did not care. And then I heard killed. Okay, let's shuffle and see what comes out. I don't enjoy doing these readings on children, to be honest. The reading I did about Audrey Cunningham it traumatized me for a few days afterwards. But I felt compelled to do this reading, so we will. Partnerships and alliances in reverse and sacrifice. The feeling that I'm getting is that the mother wanted this. The feeling that I get is like she knew that Elijah was going to be harmed and she didn't care. I'm wondering if she knew he was going to die. And the boyfriend helped her. Like she was done with this child. Recognition and reward, partnerships and alliances. The feeling that I just got was like, I'm gonna be famous. The feeling I get is that the mother did not think that she was gonna end up in jail. Oh my goodness. I feel like she thought she was going to be seen as like the grieving mother who lost her child, and people were going to have sympathy on her, and she was going to get attention. Movement, choices, and decisions. Again, partnerships and alliances keeps coming out. The feeling I keep getting is like she's focused on the boyfriend, and that she didn't want anything to stand in the way of that relationship. And I feel like Elijah was a hindrance of some sort, or her kids were a hindrance. I just heard I'll deal with it. I just heard the word retaliation. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Triumphant success. Again, partnerships and alliances. This child was standing in the way of her relationship in some way. I just heard living my life, living her life. I feel like she has another child though. I thought I read that or heard that. Oh goodness. Look at that. I can't move on. I can't live my life. This was upside down. Yeah. For some reason, she felt like Elijah was holding her back. Yeah, triumph on the bottom of the deck. There's something very twisted about this relationship between the mother and the boyfriend. I'm wondering if the boyfriend has harmed other people in the past. Let me know in the comments if you know that if he has violence. Because the sacrifice in reverse and triumph in reverse. Yeah, it's like keeping this child is not a win. It doesn't benefit me. It's all, the feeling I get is like the mother was like, I can't do this, and the boyfriend was like, I'll help you with that. Which makes me feel like this was premeditated. And the boyfriend is like taking the fall for it, or told her that he would handle it. Like in a kind of like in a protective sort of way. And that's why the whole story about the boot camp came about. Memories of love in reverse and sacrifice. I do not love this child. I'm willing to give this child up. Wow. The more I do these readings, the more I realize how sick and twisted people are. The boyfriend thought he was doing the mother a service, relieving her of this child that was dragging her down and preventing her from living her life and preventing them from having a relationship. Crown chakra in reverse, base chakra. They didn't think this plan through. The mother's thinking, I didn't realize what I had. But primarily I'm feeling like this was not a well thought out plan. I think they thought that it would just look like the child went missing. But how does a child go missing from a locked room? That doesn't make sense. And then to tell the police about how you tortured the child? Intuition in reverse and harmony in reverse. There's something there about not realizing who I'm partnered up with. The feeling that I'm getting is like they're like telling on each other. Like one gave up the other, and I think I feel like it, yeah, one of them is talking wisdom. One of them is like snitching on the other, or they're snitching on each other. I'm telling you, I think the mom thought that she was not going to be implicated in her child's disappearance. But I think that the boyfriend told on her, or gave the police information about her, and she did not expect that. Alright, let's pull. Keep thinking consumption. That he gave him something to eat that incapacitated him. Disruption, bottom of the deck. Passion, yeah, this was like, this crime I feel like is about this relationship. I feel like the boyfriend was giving her a hard time about this child. I feel like her children or her child was standing in the way of what she thought was living a good life. Positive movement forward. Yes. Stopping her from living a satisfactory life. Prosperity begins. I just heard it was his idea. Foundation and achievements. The feeling I'm getting is we cannot have a good relationship with this child. We have to start with a clean slate. which involves eliminating Elijah. I just heard he's a drag. Heart chakra, yeah. Positive movement forward in the relationship. Positive movement forward in love. Stand your ground. Ultimatum, I just heard. I feel like he gave her an ultimatum. Like it's me or this kid. Like if she does have another kid, I feel like that child was in danger. I feel like Elijah was the easiest, or the beginning. Harmony. Yeah, look at that. The beginning of our relationship, the success of our relationship is dependent on you getting rid of this kid. Sacral chakra. To choose a man over your child, I don't think that's typical. So that just goes to show you how sick and twisted the mother is. Fulfillment of wishes. Yeah, an ultimatum was given, me or this kid. But why? Accelerated motion. The feeling I get is this relationship between the mother and the boyfriend was a whirlwind. Like intense, passionate, like I can't live without you type of love. I wouldn't even call it love. And I think that the mother is discovering that this was never love. Universe. This relationship is obviously over, but it was, when the decision was made, it was like final. Desperation. That's what I feel. Desperate for love. So desperate that the mother was willing to do anything, including getting rid of her own child. Obstacles and challenges. Yeah. If you want this relationship, you will do this and this and this. Getting rid of Elijah was just the beginning. Or I shouldn't say the beginning, also the beginning, but there were other things involved in this relationship that were problems. That he like forced her to change. So I wouldn't be surprised to hear like friends of hers saying, or people that know them, that he was abusive, controlling, like she wore her hair the way he wanted, she dressed the way he wanted, things like of that nature. Base chakra. Yeah, this is all about, if you want to be with me, you will do this, 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 and this, so that we can have a bright future together. So, where is Elijah? Material harvest. The boyfriend didn't want to pay for other people's kids. Wisdom. This card just made me feel like the evidence is there. It's just a matter of finding it. I feel like it's going to be in their messaging, text messages or emails or something. They will see that the boyfriend was always giving her ultimatums, like, you gotta do this, you gotta change this. I can't be with you unless you do this. If you love me, you'll do this. Financial and material changes. Yeah. This guy didn't want to pay for other people's kids. So the solution is elimination. Which is so dumb, right? Like, you would rather risk going to jail for the rest of your life because you don't want to pay for other people's kids? And you're gonna allow him to do that? Like, there's an element of fame here. Like getting money, like because your child is missing, like book deals or interview, like sick, I'm telling you. Like she thought, or they thought together that they were gonna cash in on this. But I feel like something may have gone wrong. The police didn't fall for the okey doke. Material and spiritual prosperity. The feeling that I'm getting from this again is like the police aren't falling for it, didn't fall for it. And there's like a spiritual element to this. Like the divine is like, you're not gonna get away with this, sorry. There's definitely evidence. There's something to do with like text messages, cell phone data that like gives them away. Like this, these three cards are like, we're getting away with this, and then boom, the obstacles and the challenges, because there's evidence. Like these cards to me scream evidence. The story doesn't make sense. The cell phone data doesn't make sense. I feel like the story is to make it seem like that Elijah just kind of ran away because he was so tortured. But I don't think that's the case. I think that boyfriend gave him something. He consumed something. Poison? Feels like poison. He ate something. Is he alive? I just heard nope really loud. But I don't feel confident with that. I'm not sure about that. It feels like no. But I'm not 100%. We'll pull cards on it. Solitude. Yeah. I don't want to pay for your kid. Sorry. And these cards also make me feel like I don't want to lose you either. The mother was thinking, I don't want to lose you. I finally have love. And it wasn't love, though. She was definitely tricked into thinking that it was love. So the boyfriend is very convincing, charming enough to convince her to kill her own kid or get rid of her own kid. Let's see, is Elijah still alive? Temptation. Solar plexus chakra in reverse. I can't resist temptation. It's like I can't resist the devil. There's some sort of like spiritual component to this. It's almost like he took her over. Like all sense of reason, all sense of rationality. It's like he had this power over her. Again, throat chakra in reverse and temptation in reverse. It's like I couldn't resist. I couldn't speak up. It's like she was like a slave to his demands and his wants. Is Elijah alive? Hope. Again with the temptation and heartbreaking loss in reverse. So maybe he's not deceased. Patience and temptation. Okay, he might not be dead. And the reason I say that is because of the fame. I am getting the impression that he might have been trafficked, sold. That is the feeling that I'm getting. Incapacitated with something, consume something. Let's see. Balance. Hmm. The feeling I'm getting is that he's just not deceased. He's just gone. Sold. Sorry about the banging. Emotional loss. Yeah. Like, I feel like he's still alive. Sorry, I'm trying to shuffle on camera, but the vibe I'm getting is like I'm selling you or giving you away to someone for money, and then that like kind of relieves them of some guilt. But what those people do afterwards is, this just flew out, mental conflict. Yeah, like, yeah. The feeling I get is like I've sold you in order to relieve myself of the guilt. But something may have happened to that poor child after they were out of their torturer's hands. I'm gonna pull one more and then I'm gonna cut it short. Or not cut it short, like end it. Yeah, like, yeah, they sold or gave this child away. I feel like sold. And they did it, look at that, new beginnings. Yeah. Okay. The mother and the boyfriend sold this child for a couple of reasons. One, so they could be free to have this relationship without the burden of this child. The boyfriend especially didn't want to have to support this child. But I feel like the mother is also a strong pusher for this. It was his idea though, but she definitely wanted it. They did that to relieve themselves of guilt. They may even be telling themselves that he is in a better place. Because I feel like she felt like she was incapable of caring for him or something. But there's also an element here of like, I'm gonna be famous. And the reason that she thinks that is because Elijah is not dead. So she's okay with having this fame, because all they did was give him to someone that she tells herself is going to take care of him. But then I'm thinking, like, because when I asked, is he alive, and I heard nope, what this person did afterwards is the problem. Is Elijah safe with the people that he's with? I just heard person that he's with. There's something here about incapability of being a good mother. Feeling like I'm incapable of caring for my child. Is he safe? Rejoice in celebration. Giving your child away, selling your child is illegal, I'm assuming, is why they're just not telling the truth. The police are looking in landfills. So are they on a wild goose chase? Possibly. Is Elijah safe where he is? Yeah, moving on. I feel like this is like what they want to believe, is that he's in a better place. He's with better people. I would check their bank accounts. I would check hidden money. Because the feeling I'm getting is that they've sold this child. Recognition and reward. He's hidden. I don't feel like he's dead though, not yet. Do I feel like eventually he will be? I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking that. One more. Transformation. I feel like they sold this child. Because the mother felt like she was incapable of caring for him. The boyfriend didn't want him around. So they came up with this plan and they've convinced themselves that he is in a better place. So why not just give him to his father? Because of the money. This card makes me feel like something is going to happen where he is. It's like, it's okay now, but something's gonna happen. That good place is gonna change. It could be because of the publicity. One more shuffle. What's gonna change? And the mother in her sick, twisted brain thought she was gonna get famous. Like, really? She's gonna be the grieving mother who lost her child because he wandered off or got kidnapped after abusing him. Like, come on. Her foundation. What's gonna change for a foundation? I feel like, things are not turning out as planned. What was supposed to be a smooth transition has problems now. Like, the police are searching, which doesn't make sense. Yeah, it was supposed to be a smooth transition. And one more, and that's not what's happening. Is this like some kind of like demented adoption? What changes? The truth. Oh my Lord. Yeah, like to me this is like an adoption. Like a secret adoption. But then the truth is gonna come out about it. That kind of makes me feel like he's gonna get found alive. Or maybe not alive. You can't stand in the way of the truth. And the truth is the child does not belong. Yeah, the truth is going to come out about this. The truth is going to come about... Okay. The feeling I get is that Elijah is alive. They, did some sort of, they sold him. The feeling I get is, an adoption, an illegal adoption. But it could also be trafficking. Everything is fine, and then things change. Because the truth is going to come out about what's happened. The feeling I get is the story that they've made up is a lie. About the boot camp, blah, blah, blah. It's a lie. What's really occurred is that they sold him. That boyfriend knocked him out with something, sedatives or something. Really, my feeling is that Elijah's the one that took the nap. He didn't. And they sold him. So they knocked him out, and when he came to, he was in a new place with new people. Is he in the country? He's got to be in the country. Elijah may have went missing before when they're saying he did. And I can't be sure about that. Is he in the country? Patient. Patience and planning. Patience and planning. This plan was in the works for a while. All their communications need to be checked. Is he in the country? Patience and planning, partnerships and alliances. I think he's still in the country, but maybe not for long. They have to wait. I feel like he's like in transition, like he's in transport. They have to wait because of all this media attention. Authority, look at that. Alright, that's how I feel about this. Elijah, I feel like, is alive. Some kind of trafficking or like illegal adoption, something along those lines happened. And I feel like he's still alive for now. The question is he gonna remain so? There's a lot of heat on this situation. So I'm gonna end it here. It's already been 43 minutes, long enough. I may do another reading in the future. Please leave your comments. Okay, see you later. Love you guys. Bye.